This age group may turn to drugs, alcohol, and gangs to help them cope. Others may take risks that many times lead to life-altering consequences. For example, teen pregnancies are prevalent in this group. While not all preteen and teen pregnancies can be attributed to domestic violence, there is a strong connection between the two. Educators should not suspect domestic violence every time a student complains of a stomachache, has a headache, or acts withdrawn. Instead, when you see a child frequently exhibiting these behaviors, it is a warning to pay extra attention to them. Watch closely for other signs that might provide some insight into the underlying causes of the child's problem. Domestic violence situations can be explosive and unpredictable. Your safety and the safety of the child should be your ultimate concern. Before intervening, you must consider 3 critical safety guidelines. First, don't confront the parents about the violence. This can place the child and other victims in a dangerous situation that could possibly lead to more serious injury or death. Consult with professionals who understand the dynamics and concerns of family violence. There are appropriate ways to handle these situations that require sensitivity, diplomacy, and discretion. Finally, be aware that the abuser may come to the school. These situations can turn violent. You must be alert and ready to get help for the child and yourself. Call 911 if you need the police. As educators, you are faced with the incredible task of not only recognizing the symptoms, but responding appropriately. Before you can make a meaningful impact on this issue, school districts must be proactive in providing services and support for everyone involved. The SST is designed to support students who are dealing with special challenges in their lives like domestic violence.
The student support team is designed to assist teachers and students. It's important that individual classroom teachers know they don't have to shoulder the student's problem alone, and that students feel that someone cares.
The Dallas Independent School District is taking giant steps to deal with the challenges that family violence brings into the classroom.
The SST is a multidisciplinary team which consists of teachers, administrators, counselors, healthcare professionals, social workers, and possibly law enforcement partners. The duties of the SST include developing strategies, providing case management, student advocacy, and assisting students, parents, and teachers with out-of-building referrals to include, but not limited to, special education evaluation, youth and family centers, and alternative education placement. The process starts with a referral. Referrals can come from a number of sources. When referrals are received, collection of information begins. The team will analyze the information. This will enable the team to get to the source of the problem and formulate a plan of action. A case manager is assigned to monitor the intervention suggested by the team. If the intervention plan is not successful, a number of things happen. Reevaluate, develop new plan, bring in more services, and extend additional support to the family. For more information, please contact the Student Support Team chairperson on your local campus.
In order for SSTs to make a lasting impact on students, districts must partner with outside services to provide support beyond school in the home setting. Dallas ISD works closely with community service organizations to help them provide real-life solutions to families. Education writer Libby Daniels sat down with community representatives to get their input and see how they help educators work through the complexities of domestic violence.
Thanks, Rebecca. There are a number of organizations throughout the community with expertise in dealing with family violence issues. I'm here with representatives from 2 of those agencies, Josephine Hill, who has a dual role with Child Protective Services and the Dallas Independent School District, and Dr. Donald Smith from Generation Center. Thank you both for being here.
You're welcome.
Let's start with you, Dr. Smith. Tell us a little bit about Generation Center.
Generation Center is a local nonprofit that was established to provide information and education to professionals who work with child abuse and domestic violence victims.
What sort of misconceptions do you have to work with?
There's a number of issues that People think that when they're dealing with domestic violence, all it involves is hitting and screaming and pushing and those types of events that occur in an abusive relationship, but it's far more complex than that. There are issues dealing with financial issues, healthcare issues, education, law enforcement. There are these types of things that many people don't understand why a victim doesn't just walk away from it. It's a lot more complex than that.
It's not a simple thing at all to deal with domestic violence issues when you think about leaving a situation. The research has shown that a woman will leave her abusive partner at least 7 or 8 times before she actually leaves permanently. And we know that at that time it becomes more dangerous than ever before in that relationship. A school district will have a policy that actually dictates how students are to be enrolled. In this case, then a child has to have a permanent residence or have proof of residency in order to enroll in the school district. The federal law that actually allows students to enroll without the permanent residency or the proof of residency is the Kinney Act. And that act actually states that a student can enroll without that information. So a parent that's on the run, they can actually get the kids in school without having to keep them out long periods of time.
Right. How does CPS help with protective orders, and how can the district depend on you guys to kind of help them work through those issues?
Well, first of all, Child Protective Services will only be involved in a case if there's some protection issues for the child. So, but if Child Protective Services is involved, then CPS will assist with getting the protective orders, will actually help with daycare, helping the individual to find another place to live, and lots of other issues. The agency will do whatever's necessary in order to help that person become self-sufficient at that point and be safe.
What kind of advice would you give to an educator, administrator, someone in the school district, as key issues or key things to remember when they're dealing with child or domestic violence?
The most important thing to consider is the safety issue. Domestic violence situations are highly volatile and can change just at a moment's notice. And then within the classroom, be able to help the child. The child is going to may or may not disclose inadvertently the situation that goes on. The educator needs to be aware that this disclosure may occur and be ready to respond to the disclosure when they do learn about that.
Family violence is without a doubt a complex issue, one that will take all of us working together. Rebecca, back to you.
Domestic violence is a serious problem facing our society. It can leave behind many childhood scars, scars that may never heal and may reach beyond the classroom. Your response could very likely be a powerful influence in the life of a child in your school. It could even save a life. We encourage you to learn more about violence in the home and the services or agencies you've seen in this program. If you need assistance or more information, please contact them at the phone numbers listed on your screen. Thanks for joining us.